This is Narcissistic Abuse. Hello, I'm Dr. Jane. I'm a psychologist. This is Knowing Narcissism. And in today's video, I wanted to look at what narcissistic abuse actually looks like. Some people can be in such a situation for so long that they don't actually even recognise that they're in a relationship that is abusive. And we can call it narcissistic abuse, but abuse is abuse. So, some of the subtle things that might go on within that relationship, the narcissist will constantly take advantage of you. They may take advantage of you financially. They may take advantage of you sexually. They may take advantage of you emotionally. They just may take advantage of your good nature. So, it's that advantage taking that is very abusive, because if it's not a relationship that is one that is parallel and respectful for each other, that's, a tenet of a good relationship, it's not necessarily that makes it an abusive relationship, but it makes it an empowered relationship. And narcissists, that is their want to have a relationship where they are the ones in power. Remember, narcissists who want to feel in control, in power, people are just transactions. They want to feel special and unique and validated. They are looking for relationships where they can just be abusive towards other people because it's to their advantage. So they will take advantage of other people. It can be very subtle. Narcissistic abuse can be very subtle. You can be in a relationship, and I've had situations like this in my therapy room where people have actually said about other people that they're in a relationship that is narcissistic and abusive, and the other person just doesn't recognise it. It could be really pernicious. It can be really kind of long term, and you will get narcissists that whose target is to have a relationship, an abusive relationship with somebody, but they don't go in there all guns blazing and kind of, telling somebody what to do and I'm in control, etc., etc. It's much more subtle than that. And I've had situations where people have said about, they've been worried about a son or a daughter, and they say, oh, they're just not the same person that they were 2 or 3 years ago. They've been with this character for a certain time. And then that person, the part of the abuse is that person that's on the receiving end of that even subtle abuse feels humiliated, and they feel, often what will happen is a family member might raise concerns about the narcissist in, the short term to begin with, and then that person will be kind of defensive of them because they've made the decision to be in that relationship with them, and then they might get a bit defensive about their own actions, being supported by the narcissist to be defensive. And of course then we've got that isolation that the narcissists just love, remember, and they will feel humiliated, and then they feel that they haven't got anywhere to go, and often the narcissist will report that as well and tell them that they don't have anywhere to go. So humiliation is something, and subtlety is something that the narcissist abusive relationship has a tenet of, and the humiliation. The person within the relationship might feel paralysed. They might feel that they can't do anything. They have no choice. The narcissist will often tell them this. You can't go off and start a new life. You couldn't even, feed the cat. You can't do anything without me telling you what to do, because you are useless, you are rubbish. And that paralyzes that person. I've had people in relationships for years, for decades, and they feel that they cannot do the simplest thing because the narcissist has told them that they can't, and they believe that, and they end up really, really paralyzed and feeling stuck in that relationship. But I want to really emphasize this: no matter how small, no matter how tiny it is, that plan that you may have for yourself, there is always something you can do. And it might not be big, and it might not be super life-changing at the beginning, but there is always something you can do. And it might just be looking at videos like this as a start. And, if you are, I'm so pleased that you are. Also, just talking of which, if I could ask you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, that would just be really great, because it just serves the YouTube algorithm, and then that tells people are watching this video, and then more people get to watch this video and hopefully recognise the type of abusive narcissistic relationship that they're in, because it sometimes could be so subtle, people just don't recognise that they're in an abusive relationship. And ultimately, It's confusing. An abusive relationship with a narcissist is really confusing. They may gaslight you, so they undermine your truth. They will tell you one thing and then completely turn it around and swap it over. And they're undermining what you believe the truth is. That's just so typical of a narcissistic relationship. And the gaslighting in that narcissistic relationship, the abusive gaslighting. And it just serves to confuse somebody, which then again paralyzes them into not doing anything. It humiliates them. It's subtle. It's often a part of the narcissistic abusive relationship is it's so subtle to you. The rest of the world thinks this person's a marvel. They think that they're just the best thing since whatever, and that's the promotion that they make about themselves. And then if you kind of don't go along with that, then you've got them to contend with as well as your own thoughts and doubts about this. So of course it's little wonder that people get confused if they're in an abusive relationship with a narcissist. Have a think about your relationship. Remember, be the person that you are, not the one that the narcissist wants you to be. And if you need to reconnect with some people that the narcissist over the years has managed to isolate you from, this is not uncommon by any means, then that might be a useful thing to do. And also just keep looking at videos like this, look on chat rooms. There are plenty of people that have been through what you are potentially going through. They've recognised it, you're recognising it, they've got to the next level or the next level beyond that, and just see how they did it and what their life was like. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if I could ask you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, that would be great, and we'll kind of have a coffee again soon.